folks, it's Jody with Strength and Wisdom Tarot, here to do a look-in on the sign of Aries. Now keep in mind that these are general readings, so take what applies. If it applies, get rid of the rest. Thank you for everyone who has liked, subscribed, and shared to my channel. You guys rock. And if anyone would like a personal reading with me, all that info is in the box below. So Aries, let's see what's going on with you. Aries. Definitely something that you're not seeing. So let's get into this. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Pentacles. And this is, holding something back, not expressing yourself. Now, in the Rider-Waite Tarot, this would be somebody who is maybe greedy, miserly, but definitely in the Gilded Tarot, it's holding back, saying something. And I think that fits in with this spread here, Aries. We're going to start off with the Seven of Pentacles. And this is the investment card. You plant your seeds, you nurture something, you put your energy, time, and love into it. And then when it comes to bloom, you're going to ask yourself, Aries, did I get out of it what I put into it? Was it worth doing? And Aries, would you do it again? And what's crossing the help or hinder, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles being, the slowest of all the elements, this could be a long time coming that you're waiting to see some turn on investment. It's coming, Aries. It's just slow, but it's practical. It's methodical. It's solid when it does come. Aries, maybe you're waiting for money. And you're waiting patiently. You don't say anything. Now, in your foundation, Aries, you have the moon. And the moon can speak of lies, secrets, deception, fear, deep consciousness, intuition. But this is in your foundation, Aries. It's like you're not seeing something. Maybe you overlooked, maybe fine print in something, but the moon likes to put a veil over the earth so you don't see things clearly. Aries, this could be a hidden factor about money. Maybe if you did invest in something and it's taking so long for it to get here, you might want to look into it, Aries. What's the delay? What's the holdup? And if you don't look into this, you could lose money, I feel. Now, this is not going to apply to everybody, so to the people it does, there's a hidden factor here. Now, Aries, what's crowning your whole reading here is the Six of Pentacles. Now, here's the generosity card, the even exchange of give and take. You always want to make sure that you're receiving as much as you're giving. And again, Aries, if you are waiting for money that a return, tax return, and that's just an example, and you're not saying anything, you're waiting, you might want to look into it. What the delay and the holdup is, because again, Aries, this is something you're not seeing. I look at this card and there's these little hands down here trying to grab as many pentacles as they can. Aries, just make sure that's not intercepted in some way. Now, going into your recent past, Aries, you have death. And death is the transformation of something. Death is permanent. Something needs to end so something new can begin. So doing this in the recent past, maybe this is a new investment that you have. A new way of holding on to your money. Because maybe something before seemed a little off kilter and maybe that had to change. Aries, maybe you thought that you were losing money in the past and you did something different. Invested it in a different way. Change banks, something like that. But what's still grabbing my attention is this hidden element. Because something has changed. Aries, maybe you're not watching your money like you should. And that needs to change. Because going into your future, you have the Three of Pentacles. Now, this is a card of being recognized for the fine skills, qualities, and crafts that you have. Aries, it's being recognized for the great person you are. You know, this could be at work. Somebody puts a shine on you, you know, notices how much you are doing. In any other sense, you know, in any job, somebody notices how much you're putting in. Like I said, being recognized. In a sense, this could be, you know, for some, you're being recognized as somebody who has money, that has made wise investments. Aries, maybe you're known as being generous with your money. And somebody sorts you out. Puts that shine on you. Aries, I still think that there is a hidden factor here. You know, maybe somebody has transformed or changed the way they feel about you or the way they look at you. Maybe it's got nothing to do with emotions anymore. Maybe it's got everything to do with, you know, the see, hear, taste, touch, prove things, the material things. And you don't see it. Because there's so many pentacles here. It's leading me to think that way, that maybe you think, Aries, that right now something's fair. And you're not seeing something that it's really not fair. Now, how people see you in your environment, Aries. You have the High Priestess, the keeper of secrets. Now, she's arced like the moon because she totally trusts her intuition. She lets it guide her. And people are looking at you like this, Aries, like you have, you know, trust in your intuition and you let it guide you to make better decisions. But the High Priestess is arced right at the moon. It's like she's drawn to the mystery of it. It's almost like she knows what the moon is hiding. Now, Aries, if you are putting away money secretly, something comes to light. Something comes to the surface. This is also, she's very mysterious. I mean, does she tell people secrets? Maybe. Maybe not at all. And if people are looking at you like this, Aries, you know, maybe they think that you are hoarding money. Or hoarding something valuable. You're keeping something out of the spotlight. And I think this brings attention to you, you know, unbeknownst to you. Somebody might put you in a different light. Because somebody, I think, here turned materialistic. Now, this could be in a love ship, a partnership, a friendship, any ship. Because in your environment, Aries, you've got the Ace of Coins, the Ace of Pentacles. Now, this is the universe giving you an opportunity to see if you take it or not. This could be the brand new job, the one that brings in more coin that you don't want everyone to know. This could have been a raise. You know, maybe you went up in position, started your own business. But Aries, this is in your environment. So again, you know, material things, money and stuff, you have this opportunity. Maybe you did make a very good investment and it's paying off. And that starts drawing people's attention. Maybe they hit you up for loans. Maybe they get this idea that you're doing very well and you're just not saying so. And it very well could be true, Aries. I mean, this could be somebody doing this to you too. Remember, this goes both ways. But using your intuition, whether somebody's doing this to you, know, Aries, that there's a hidden factor here that maybe somebody's not being as fair as they tell you, or giving you your fair share. Aries, you could be doing this to somebody else. But it comes to the surface. And that's what changes. In your hopes and fears, Aries, here you are. King of Wands. Plus Sagittarius and Leo. But this is somebody who's fiery, passionate, motivated, go get it done. They're creative. When they start something, they finish it. They have drive. Now, that being in your hopes and fears, Aries, I don't think you fear being in your element. Maybe you feel like you have to move on something quickly. Maybe because this opportunity is coming. Aries, you could be going through a separation or a breakup or something, and you're hiding money so somebody doesn't get it through the divorce. Like there's only so much money, but there's so much more. And like I said, this is not going to be for everybody. Aries, if that's the case, if you're trying to hide something through any type of legality, you might want to reconsider. Because your outcome card is the Three of Swords. Now here's heartache. Here's disappointment. And I think this might be, you know, something gets exposed. Aries, maybe you weren't honest or somebody wasn't honest with you. You know, and now they get more than they deserve because of this action. And again, Aries, you know, it's either you doing this or you doing this to somebody else. But it does come out. And then you lose out. So Aries, rethink, you know, your plan. So that is what I have for you. Please keep on liking, subscribing, and sharing. And I'll talk to everyone real soon. Take care.